Well, it's 11:30 on Friday, May 9th, 2025. I'm Todd Dunn, and I just pulled out of my driveway for my drive to the pain management clinic for my first appointment there. I'm really hoping they do something. So anyway, we'll see. I looked up where the place is because I've never been there, and Google Maps said it is a 64-mile drive and is going to take me about an hour and 40 minutes. So, you know, my appointment is at 1:45, so that's, you know, I have 2 hours and 15 minutes to get there. This is also roadwork season here in Maine, so it's entirely possible, actually expected, that I will hit some roadwork, which will slow me down. And but we'll see. That's why I'm allowing extra time. That and the fact that although I used Google Maps to take a look and know what the building looks like, you know, may not look quite like that now. I don't know how old the picture was. So I gotta drive to Bangor, all the way through Bangor, and then out of Bangor on Main Route 15. And when I was looking at the Google Maps, looking at the pictures of the road, you know, I was going out and past the last buildings, and the road was just going through the woods. It narrowed down from the 4 lanes it was in Bangor, and I was beginning to wonder if I was going to end up walking on a single lane mud path, because it is mud season here in Maine. So anyway, I finally found the place, and it's a ways past Bangor. The address is on Broadway in Bangor, but according to Google, Broadway ends before you get there, and you're just onto the state highway. So it's out of the city limits, in other words. So anyway, we'll see what happens. I will show a couple pictures on the drive over, and then after I see the doctor, we'll find out what's going to happen. Now, I read through the Medicare guidelines for payment for an epidural spinal steroid injection, which is what I think is the most likely treatment for my situation. And yeah, according to Medicare, I have met all of the criteria except for you know, non-invasive, in other words, drug therapy prior to doing that. Now, I'm sure they can write it up in such a way that it'll get funded and paid for by Medicare, but I'm not doing it if it's going to be out of my pocket, because I pay plenty of money for my Medicare and my Medicare supplement, and this procedure, if they do a spinal epidural, you know, could cost over $1,000. So I'd like Medicare to pay for it. So anyway, that's where I am right now, and I kind of expect that I'm going to walk away from there today with some sort of prescription. And if I do, hopefully that will give me more immediate results, because I have work I need to do on the boat that I've been putting off because, you know, the pain has gotten to the point where I just don't want to do anything. Basically, it's not, you know, excruciating, writhing on the floor type pain. It's a continuous burning sensation in my leg, and when you've had that, you know, going on for weeks, it starts to leave other parts of your body not feeling particularly good. So, you know, I have right now my hands and arms ache. my lower back hurts, and you know, my right foot is numb. You know, all sorts of nasty things are happening. A lot of them just a consequence of the fact that I'm dealing with continuous, what I would call upper lower level to lower mid-level pain. Say about a 4 to 5 out of 10, where 10 was the pain I experienced in August of 2023 when my back went into spasm, and I would not have been able to stand up if I had not been holding on to something when it hit. That was really bad, and that made the post-surgical pain from the knee replacement feel like a pinprick. So yeah, so it's nothing like that. Anyway, that's where I am right now. I have to make a stop for gas on the way in, and I have 2 hours and 10 minutes for the drive as of now. And it's going to depend a lot, you know, on traffic. The speed limit goes up and down quite a bit. Like right now, I just drove from a brief 45-mile-per-hour section into just starting a 30-mile-per-hour section, but the guy in front of me is going 25. So yeah, and there's no point in trying to pass him, because in about 200 yards it's going to turn into 25 miles per hour. And here's the first possible delay for road work coming up. They are still working on the road here in Southwest Harbor. So anyway, I'll come back when we get further along. Well, I just rolled into Bangor at 1:15. At 1:15, I left at 11:30, so that's an hour and 45 minutes to get to Bangor. I had 5 road work or utility work delays, and I did stop and get gas. That added 5 minutes, but still an hour and 45 minutes, and I just got into Bangor. Now I have to drive all the way across Bangor and out of town on the far side. So we'll see. It's going to take a while, and then eventually we will get there. But my appointment is in 37 minutes, so I don't know how long it's going to take to drive across town, but we're gonna find out. I'll just show you a little bit of driving through Bangor. Okay, this is Broadway Street that we're on, and we're just leaving the downtown segment. Now we're going to go into a sort of more residential area. We're going to drive through the middle of a park and a few other things, and then after a while we'll go underneath the interstate, I think underneath, and after that we will just drive out of town. So here we go, Bangor. And this area has an old high school. I think this is a private high school. I'm not 100% sure. And then this is the part of town that has the sort of big old mansions from Maine lumber barons. As you can see, a few there, and on the other side of the street. Most of them have been converted into offices and things like that now. But it is, it's a nice part of town. This street, though, has a lot of traffic, and right now I'm smelling the exhaust fumes. And we're going to go up here just a little bit, and there is a park that this road goes right through the middle of, and it is right here. Nice grass and trees on either side, and we're we're just going to keep going. I know this area fairly well because this is the route I take to get to my dermatologist's office. In fact, I usually turn right at this light and go 1 block up and turn left. But we're not going there today. We're going to just keep going. So anyway, I'm going to stop and we'll pick it up when we get to the doctor's office. Well, it's May 10th, 2025, about 8 o'clock in the evening. And yesterday, after I got out of the clinic at 3:15, I was looking at a 2-hour drive home, plus a grocery shopping stop. And I just didn't feel like recording anything, so I didn't. So anyway, what happened at the pain management clinic? Well, I went in and I waited for a while, filled out a whole bunch of paperwork, and then the doctor saw me and he pulled up my MRI images, which I had not seen. I had just read the report, and the images showed everything. My spine is just fine. There's a little bit of degeneration way down at the bottom of my spine, but nothing that would interact with my leg. Matter of fact, the doctor pointed to where the nerves came out of the spine and said, "That's wide open. You do not have any spinal stenosis." So he looked my leg over, and we talked about, where it hurt, how it developed over the course of a day, and all that. And basically, what it came down to is he says, "I think you have tendinitis, and it's getting progressively worse because it's inflammation of the tendon, and nothing has been done to reduce that inflammation." So he told me to buy an over-the-counter arthritis topical medication that I just rub on my leg. And also, he gave me a shot into the tendon that goes from the shin up to the kneecap, or into the inside the tendon sheath. And that took about 3 minutes. It was the usual prick when the needle went in, but then he started injecting the drugs, which included lidocaine and dexamethasone. A fair volume of dexamethasone, actually, 2 or 3 milliliters. And the lidocaine burned as it went in, but the burning dramatically decreased as he continued the injection, because the lidocaine's an anesthetic, and it anesthetized that part of my knee. And so basically I could feel a little pressure as the volume of dexamethasone went in, but it wasn't much. But it was a long needle. He stuck the thing in about 1.5 inches and worked it around. He did this under ultrasound guidance and pulled it out, and my knee felt better right away, but that was the lidocaine. So he told me that the steroid injection into that tendon would take about 5 to 7 days to work completely and would dramatically reduce the inflammation. And they set me up with an appointment in July, at the end of July. So about 2.5 months from now, as a follow-up, and told me that if I'm not having any pain, the week of that appointment, just call up and cancel. He said that it's a good chance that this the steroid shot will work for 2 to 3, maybe 4 months, and it'll eliminate the inflammation. That'll allow the tendon area to heal, and the inflammation probably won't come back. So I've been suffering for over a year with this, and it appears that a 3-minute treatment may have done the trick. We'll find out, though. So anyway, that was yesterday afternoon. I got the shot about 3 o'clock. And, by the time I got home, normally my leg would have just been on fire from the knee up almost to the top of the thigh. And it wasn't. Partly because of the lidocaine and partly because of the steroids starting to work. And since then, I have had no pain over the top of my knee, between the tendon and the kneecap, between the kneecap and the tibia. And, I'm feeling pretty good. I would say that today, the pain level is decreased by at least 75 to 80%. There's still some discomfort, a little stiffness and tightness in the thigh above my knee, but even that is dramatically reduced. And if this injection is supposed to take 5 to 7 days to fully kick in, now I'm, 29 hours out. I expect if it does kick in fully in 5 to 7 days, that my leg is going to be back to normal. Matter of fact, it feels good enough now. It rained all day today and it's still raining off and on, so I didn't go outside, but I think I'm going to go for a walk in the national park tomorrow. And based on how my leg feels, if it feels as much better tomorrow as it did today relative to yesterday, I am going to be in good shape. So I'm really positive about this. I just wish somebody would have said, oh, we can give you a steroid shot into the tendon sheath down there, and that should clear it up. And they could have done that over a year ago, but they didn't. So anyway, I'm really glad that I went to see this pain doctor, even though it meant over 4 hours in the car. And, and with the doctor's appointment, a stop for gas, and the grocery shopping, I was gone from home for 6 hours. So, yeah, it was a long day. And the drive there, my leg was in really rough shape when I got there. When I got out of the car, my leg hurt like heck, and it was unpleasant going in, and it hurt to stand up after sitting for a while, and wow, by the time I got home, that was gone. So that's what happened. That's my visit to the pain specialist. And, we'll see what happens over the next 2.5 months. But, if the improvement, even if it tapers off, if it's anything like it has been for the last 29 hours, I think that I may be finished with this, which would be really great. In the worst case, I'll get another shot. And that wasn't a big deal. The shot itself took about 3 minutes. And the most uncomfortable part really was I had to pull my pants up, and I wore pants that were a little tight by the time I got them pulled up above my knee, which was kind of uncomfortable. But, and of course the burning as the lidocaine went in. But, that was only for about 30 seconds. And it wasn't that big a deal. So anyway, worked out pretty well. I'm feeling much, much better than I have been. Better than I felt after the steroid treatment I got back in March. That was oral steroids. That had a big effect. And after about 2 days, I was out walking around and feeling pretty good. And the injected steroid seems to be working faster. So anyway, we'll see what happens over the next couple of months. And hopefully, since sailing season starts in about 2 weeks, I will be out there enjoying my sailing season rather than suffering through it. Okay, thanks for watching.